Are you looking for the best OLED monitors? In this video we will look at some of the best OLED monitors. Before we get started with our video, we have included links in the description, so make sure you check those out to see which one is in your budget range. Number 5. MSI MPG 341 CQPX QD-OLED. Although most OLEDs have a 16:9 aspect ratio, like the monitors mentioned above, there's a different class of OLEDs with a 21:9 aspect ratio. These 34-inch ultra-wide displays offer more horizontal screen space, which is great for immersion while playing atmospheric games. If you're interested in that, check out the MSI MPG 341 CQPX QD-OLED. It has a QD-OLED panel, so colors are more vivid than on the Sony INZONE M10s, and while it has a lower 240Hz refresh rate, it's still good enough even for competitive gamers. It also has a few handy features, like a USB hub and a KVM switch that makes it easy to switch sources. However, if you don't need these perks and prefer something cheaper, check out the Dell Alienware AW3423DWF. It's another QD-OLED with similar picture quality, and it's something to consider if you find the MSI too expensive. However, it also has a lower 165Hz refresh rate. Number 4. Sony INZONE M10s. If you're looking for the best OLED gaming monitor and need the highest refresh rate possible, there are some 480Hz gaming OLEDs, like the Sony INZONE M10s. It's a 1440p monitor like the MSI MPG 271 QRX QD-OLED, but the higher refresh rate is ideal if you want the smoothest and most responsive feel possible. One difference with the MSI is that it isn't a QD-OLED, so colors are less vivid. Instead, it has a OLED panel. That means you still get all the benefits of an OLED with perfect blacks against bright highlights and incredibly sharp motion. It supports HDMI 2.1 and DisplayPort 2.1 bandwidth, which is great if you have a high-end graphics card that can take advantage of those ports. While a 1440p, 480Hz OLED like this one is ideal for PC gaming, it isn't so versatile for console gaming. Instead, you can look into the LG 32GS95 UEB if you want a more versatile option. It's a native 4K, 240Hz monitor with a dual-mode feature that switches to a 1080p resolution with a 480Hz refresh rate, so it's fantastic no matter the gamer you are. That said, it also costs more than the Sony. Number 3. MSI MPG 271 QRX QD-OLED. If you don't need a 4K OLED like the MSI MPG 321 URX QD-OLED or the ASUS ROG Swift OLED PG27 UCDM, there are plenty of 1440p OLEDs you can get for cheaper, like the MSI MPG 271 QRX QD-OLED. Although the lower resolution results in less sharp and detailed images than on 4K monitors, it also requires less bandwidth from your graphics card to reach high frame rates. It's also why most 1440p OLEDs have higher refresh rates than 4K OLEDs, as the 271 QRX has a 360Hz refresh rate for a smoother feel, ideal for competitive gaming. Besides the lower resolution, it has picture quality similar to that of the higher-end 321 URX and the ASUS, as it's another QD-OLED. It comes with all its benefits, including a wide range of vivid colors. While it doesn't have DisplayPort 2.1 bandwidth like the ASUS, it still has HDMI 2.1 bandwidth to support any signal from gaming consoles, but 4K signals are downscaled to 1440p. There are plenty of other 1440p QD-OLEDs that are similar to this one, including the ASUS ROG Strix OLED XG27 ACD&G. It's worth getting the ASUS if you can find it for less than the MSI, but it's also harder to find at times. Number 2. ASUS ROG Swift OLED PG27 UCDM. If you find that the 32-inch screen of the MSI MPG 321 URX QD-OLED is too big, there are some 27-inch 4K QD-OLEDs you can get, like the ASUS ROG Swift OLED PG27 UCDM. It's very similar to the MSI, so you have to think about which size you prefer. One of the advantages of the smaller screen of the ASUS is the fact that it has higher pixel density, resulting in sharper text and images, which helps for both gaming and just casually browsing the web. However, despite the smaller size, it also costs more than the MSI, so that's why the MSI offers the best value as a high-end OLED. The ASUS offers everything you'd expect from a QD-OLED monitor, like vivid colors, bright highlights, and deep blacks in darkrooms. It has a 240Hz refresh rate for a smooth feel, which you can reach without using any compression over DisplayPort, thanks to its DisplayPort 2.1 bandwidth, which the MSI doesn't have. However, you also need a DisplayPort 2.1 graphics card, and if you don't have that, you can consider the cheaper Dell Alienware AW2725Q instead. It performs similarly to the ASUS for the most part, but has fewer features, as it doesn't support Dolby Vision and overbrightens some content in HDR. Number 1. MSI MPG 321 URX QD-OLED. The best OLED monitor we've tested is the MSI MPG 321 URX QD-OLED. It's a QD-OLED that combines a 4K resolution with a 240Hz refresh rate, making it ideal for gamers who want a responsive feel and a detailed image. It has everything you'd expect from a premium OLED gaming monitor, like a near-instantaneous response time for sharp motion. It also takes full advantage of the PS5 and Xbox Series X thanks to its HDMI 2.1 bandwidth, so it's a great choice no matter the type of gamer you are. It even has remarkable HDR picture quality with vivid colors and bright highlights. The MSI is part of a group of 32-inch, 4K QD-OLEDs that all perform similarly. Besides price and availability, choosing one over the other comes down to features and personal needs. This particular OLED is worth getting over other options because it has some extra features, like a USB hub and KVM switch, and it costs less than the competition. You may also want to consider the ASUS ROG Swift OLED PG32 UCDM if you want more extra perks, like Dolby Vision support. While it gets brighter than the MSI in SDR, it otherwise performs similarly and costs more, so the MSI offers the best value.